Derby Nerd here with Quickdraw, the bench manager of the Smoke City Betties.
Yep.
Now, this is your rookie season behind the bench.
Yeah.
So maybe you can give our Tord TV fans a little bit of a history. How did you discover Derby? What was your entryway into the sport?
My entryway was basically I started working at a screen printing shop, and the first job that I got to print was the first championship poster for Tord. So it was Chicks versus Gores 2007.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, wow, this looks cool. I had no idea that it was going on in Toronto. And then the shop that I was working at, the guy who runs the shop, his wife is Demolition Dawn, and she's like, you got to come to a match, and you'll love it. So I went to deliver the posters to that championship. And I think the first bout that I ever went to was the Snakes on a Boat, or Snakes on a Boat bout, which was Betties versus Chicks. 2007, and then from there I was just like, I don't even know what's going on, but this is really cool, and I'm sure if I just keep going, I'll figure it all out.
Yeah.
So it's been a couple of years, and I've figured it all out pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, you spent a lot of time sitting around the track, but transitioning to the more intimate position as being on the bench, was there a little bit of a learning process still?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, like I really wasn't sure at all what exactly I should be doing, other than just basically just keeping people calm, like, and knowing what's up next. Like, it's one thing to just, show what the lineup is, and it's another thing to be like, people, stop watching the game, you gotta be ready.
Right.
And so that's my main thing, really, basically. Just make sure everybody knows who's on the next line, and that they're ready to go. And if somebody's in the penalty box, whoever's got to sit out, like, somebody has to sit out. It's just Derby math. So. But basically, just let them be aware. Somebody's in the box, somebody has to sit out, and they all know this, and that just keeps things calm. They all know this in advance, so just things like that. Mia, for the most part, is watching the game a lot more than I am. So
now, you do have that fan perspective. Has your sort of idea of the game changed now that you have this behind-the-scenes view?
Yeah, I think so. I know a lot more of the behind-the-scenes stuff now that I'm dealing with it, basically. So I realize what's going on behind the bench and how stressful it can get. Whereas coming in from a fan or something, you just sort of show up and you watch the game and go, well, that was pretty cool, and then you just take off again. So this way, yeah, you've got a definite job to do there as far as wrangling all the players, making sure everything works.
Now, your entry into the Betties was actually part of a large overhaul of the team.
Yeah.
You had a huge influx of rookies. I think something like 10 skaters have made their debut this season.
Yeah,
right?
there was only 5 previous Betties, like from the previous year,
right.
And one of those is gone now. So it's just like, it's one of those things that are like, wow, this is a lot of new people who've never been on the actual team before.
But you guys have taken, though, every challenge that's come your way. You even left Toronto looking for challenges. Did you guys have a conscious effort to rebuild this season?
Definitely, yeah. There was so many players that just needed to learn from the previous players and to watch as many games as possible and to experience as many games as possible to figure out how everything works and what they should do. And so I think it's been a big challenge communication-wise as far as just getting everybody on the same page. Everybody knows their position and what they can do best and what they need to work on. And now everything just seems to be coming together. It's close to the end of the season, but still, everything's starting to come together great now. So.
And it's been a while since you played the Gores, way back in the beginning of the season. A little one-sided, that bout. Do you think that we're going to see a very different Betties versus Gores bout tonight?
I certainly hope so. Like, I mean, the Betties are fighters. Like, they just don't stop. It doesn't matter. Like, they hardly even look at the score most of the time. Like, I'm looking at it only for how much time we have left in periods and things like that, penalties, things like that. But looking at the score, like, it looks like a great game because they won't stop. Nobody's going to give up. So that's what I love about this team. Like, sure, the odds might be against them because there's a lot of rookies and against a lot of experienced people, but, give it our all.
One of the great things about having a young and experienced team, right? They just want to learn.
I mean, I love the Betties, and I also love the underdog. Like, regardless of what team it is, I want to see, it's like the Bad News Bears type of thing. Like, I want to see that team just take it. Like,
well, good luck, and hopefully we'll see some of that tonight.
Oh, I certainly hope so. It should be good.
Thanks a lot, Quickdraw.
Yeah, no problem.